Morning, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday morning video. I'm Marg with Creative Stamping with Marg. Today I am going to make a double vision or eclipse card. I have made them, but I just haven't demonstrated them to you, so I thought I'd do that today. And I have lots of news on my desk, so let's go down and have a look. Okay, there we are on my desk. You can see, first thing, sale. 15% off select designer series paper and cardstock. Runs from August 4th to the 31st. I looked at the selection. There's a large selection of designer series paper and a select few cardstocks on sale, so it's worth a look if you're needing to stock up on anything. Okay, so that just goes to the 31st of August, but I'm already seeing low inventory on some of the paper, so you'll need to look quickly if you're interested. All right, that paper pumpkin, the paper pumpkin that needs to be subscribed to by August the 10th is Kindred Greetings. I showed it to you last week, and the dies that coordinate with this one are the detailed flora dies, so they went with July, August, and then they will also go with September's. That's that. If you are a brand new subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, you can get this Kindred Greetings kit at 25% off if you sign up before August the 10th, but you must be a new subscriber. Okay, there's that. The Join special is still on, of course. They've changed it up. If you are a new person to join Stampin' Up, you will receive this welcome box along with all the other fantastic deals that you get when you join. You pay $135 and Stampin' Up will send you a coupon that is good for $170 worth of product, and then you can place an order using that coupon. You'll have a demonstrator number given to you, and you will get an additional discount on every subsequent order after that. Okay. The product of the month for August, it looks like a beautiful one. Don't have it yet, but Glow of Harvest 12 by 12 designer series paper. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like obviously fall paper, but look at those cards they made. Just beautiful. So once your order hits $100, you pay $7 and you would receive this 12 by 12 paper. 12 sheets, 2 each of 6 single-sided designs. So single-sided designs. That's something I'm noticing a bit more with Stampin' Up, so you need to read that carefully. A lot of our paper is double-sided, which I love, but some of these specialty papers, this is a specialty paper, so it has a shimmer to it, so that's the specialty part, but it is single-sided. Now, as far as I know, Begonia Bell is still available. This was the stamp set that was the July product of the month. So if you didn't get that, again, $100, you pay $7 for that. And I think that the Berry Botanical Vellum is still available also, the last time I checked. So you can have, there's 3 choices this time. If you haven't had them, you can only get them once. So, all right, that's most of the news, I think. Check the Last Chance was updated. Sorry, did I just move that? The Last Chance was updated, so you'll want to check that out. All right. The card today, like I said, is called, people call it Double Vision or Eclipse card. I have made them, but I will demonstrate this one today. We are using the beautiful gallery paper, which I believe, I checked my list here, I did write these down. I think the beautiful gallery paper is on sale. It is for $14.45. It's a 6x6 package and beautiful, beautiful scenery paper. So I am using this piece today. And it's interesting because you can see there's a border around the picture part. It is almost exactly 4 by 5 1/4. It's 5 1/4 this way, just a little larger than 4 this way. So I wanted it 4 by 5 1/4. So I cut it out and just trimmed it to make sure, just trimmed off a little bit of the sky to make sure that it was the right size. So that's the piece I'm using today, but a lot of these pieces would work. So my card base is basic beige, 4¼ by 11, scored at 5½, and it's going to open this way. I have a cardstock layer of early espresso that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, so it's just going to show a little bit of the basic beige there. If I've cut it correctly, I'm looking at it thinking, did I cut it correctly? I think I did. And then I took my 4 by 5 1/4 piece of designer series paper and cut it in 3/4 inch strips. So basically what you do, now I've already cut it, basically what you do is you just cut it into strips, put it through your paper trimmer and cut it into the strips. Now I've done something a little different. You're going to, out of this 3/4 inch strips, you're going to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strips. There it is, all cut up. I took every second strip and put it through an embossing folder. Now it is a retired embossing folder, the exposed brick, but I just wanted something subtle on this, and I just didn't have anything new that would work. So I don't know if you can see that I embossed every second piece. So I just pulled them out, 1, 2, and 3, and embossed them. Now I could have embossed those ones and not these ones, but the way I'm going to do it is this is down, this is up, down, up, down. So you'll see what I mean if you haven't seen these Eclipse cards in just 1 second. So what we're going to do is bring in my silicone mat and my liquid glue and see if we can get this put together. And just need to make sure that you keep your pieces in order so you know how they go. And they are going to be placed onto our cardstock layer with a little edge around them. You can see they're a little bit smaller. Remember, this was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, so they're just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to start, hopefully I can get my glue to run today. I'm going to start with this first piece. I like to do my outside edges first and then work in. Now the trick with this, if you want to call it a trick, I guess, not really, is that these pieces, like I say, one is going to be glued down, this first one, and I'm just trying, whoopsie, to place it. It's a good thing it's liquid glue. I can wiggle it a little bit, like that. So it's got an equal border, top, bottom, and this side. Okay, I'm going to do the last one the same way. Okay, and then they shouldn't get messed up. So I'm going to do the last one the same way. I'll do it sideways here so it's a little bit easier for me to eyeball the top, bottom, and side. So those are down. Now my embossed pieces are all going to go up on dimensionals, and I'm going to use black today. And I did, the other cards I've done, I put 4 dimensionals on them. You do what you think is best. You can use strips. You know, we have the strips of dimensional, you know, adhesive. Yeah, so you could use whatever you like, but these are to stand out. So you're going to have them, and when you put them on, you don't want them overlapped. You want them just butted up against each other. So this is the trick, that they're not overlapped. So I kind of lay them down like that and then tip it back. And so it's just, you see a bit of a line there, but that's okay. The next one will be glued down. Okay. And again, they're not to be overlapped. They're just to be butted up against each other. So when I lay them down, I just want just that look. Now I am going to put this one over here. This would be number 6, I guess. I'm going to put him on the dimensionals. It is an interesting look on these. I like, it's different, but it's really good for scenery paper where you kind of go, oh, what am I going to do with that? I just don't want to cut it all up and wreck the whole scene. So this is a good way to use this paper. Now this one is going over here. So I just tip it like this and then tip it down. And that seems to work for me. Okay. And then I can glue this one. And hopefully I've got them all on here correctly. And our last one goes up on dimensionals. And by, I saw other people use the embossing technique, and I thought, oh, that just gives it one more layer of interest to me. And I'll show you a sample I did that it's just, they're all flat. There's no embossing on them. And it's also beautiful, but I thought, oh, this gives it a different look. So I thought, I'm just going to give this a go. Now, you see this one is just going to go in like that. All right, there we are. So there is you can see it from the side here where they're lifted. Just is an interesting dimension for something like this. Now I am using phrases and frames for the greetings, and I'll show you what I did there. I'm just going to put this right flat onto my card because we've already used the dimensionals on the panels. I just didn't think I wanted to put it up on dimensionals, but you can if you want. That would give it a little more. So there, you just get to see the card base edge here. All right. And I used the Stylish Shapes dies. Is that what I used? I have to think. No, I used the Nested Essential dies, the rectangles. So, and I stamped Thinking of You. I used Phrases and Frames. That's my stamp set that I'm using today. I'm using it a lot. And I'm making this a sympathy card. So Thinking of You on the outside, and on the inside, sending prayers and heartfelt sympathy to you and your family. So I thought I would put this on here, and I didn't know. I thought I'd put it up in the sky here because it's not impeding any of the picture. So I liked it up there. And it looked a little bare. So I did take some linen thread and I just tied it in a double bow. And I thought maybe I could put that linen thread underneath it just to give it a little something. So we've got that as a possibility on here. And on the inside, I cut the next size of Nested Essential, and I snapped the inside greeting. So the inside greeting is going to look like this. Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and put this in. Just like this. Okay, and the outside, again, I'm not, if I balance it between these two, or if I balance it this way, I would have to put dimensionals on the ends, right? Now, I just don't know if I can, maybe this has to go this way. I just want to see how I can put my linen thread in here. No, don't like it that way. I like it this way. So I think this is going to have to go across there like that. So I think what I will do is just put a little bit of Stamp and Seal. And I want it from this corner like that. And I just put this on here this way. Just have it tucked like that. So you can play with that a little bit. I've got it a bit uneven, but I think that's okay. Like that. And then I'm going to put it down on here. And so I think how I want it is just sort of in the, maybe right there, put a dimensional so it will be the same, on the same plane here. And the rest I can put glue on. So the ends I can put glue on. I think. Just a minute. I want to change my. So I just put a little bit of glue on my greeting, and then I'm going to lay it down there like that, and it's on a dimensional, so it puts it on the same plane as my lifted pieces, and then the ends are glued down. So that looks okay. The inside looks like that. And I did pull the faux bronze pentagons because I thought they would look all right on here. Just take your pick tool, and we'll put one large one. Oh, that's not staying down, sorry. Maybe up here. And they come in two sizes, so I've got two small ones to put on. There. And there. Okay, so there we go. Very subtle. And again, it's just a really interesting look for a scenery piece. I really like the look of it, and it really, I really like it with scenery paper because it just gives it another kind of added dimension and interest without taking away your picture. Like, you know, you're not cutting up your picture. So I really like that. So there's that one for today. And this was the other one I made, and you'll recognize this is all retired product. But that, again, this one is done the other orientation. This is, you know, the vertical or portrait. This is horizontal or landscape. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has 8 strips, and these are 1/2-inch strips. So that worked out well because this piece of paper, of course, was 4 by 5 1/4. So it's the same size of paper, but I, of course, oriented it the opposite way. So, and then I just lifted every second one up. Now there's no embossing on these strips, so this is a little bit plainer, and then you can see it from the top. You can see how they're raised. And, oh, didn't do anything on the inside of this one, but that's the other orientation for it. So it can be done either way depending on what your picture is that you're using. So that's entirely up to you. So an Eclipse or double vision card, they're called. Lots of fun. Great way to use the paper. And we do have lots of beautiful scenery paper that can be used this way. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, we have a new catalog coming out in September. If you're in need of a new catalog, please contact me. You can email me at my email, mrgorn@shaw.ca, or check out my Stampin' Up! Store, margaretgorn.stampinup.net. And you can find all the details on all the sales that are happening now. Remember the paper sale, and check out the last chance list. All right, hope everybody has a great week.